Hi, my name is Chelsea Williams, and I'm in Dr. DeWalt's ELE 302.001 class at SFA for the fall of 2014. When thinking about four social identities that make up myself, I think about my race, culture, gender, and sexual orientation. I am a female. My race is white with Indian background. My Meemaw was adopted at a very young age, and she is Indian, and we are getting tests done to see what kind of Indian is made up for her. My great-great-great-grandparents on my father's side came over from the Mayflower, and I really do believe that that has a major impact on my life. I also think about my culture. I was middle class, raised by two parents. They did divorce at a young age, and with that we had to learn things that we could live with and without. That really has impacted my life as I go through my college career because I know what I can and cannot live without. We were raised in a non-denominational church. We did celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, and that has still been a celebration for us even today. My sexual orientation is that I like boys, men. I currently have a boyfriend who lives in Dallas. However, that doesn't deter me from having friends that like the opposite sex. Um, the most important social identity to me, I believe, is my culture. That's my background. That's what makes up me and my family and shows where we've come from and how far we've gone. I hold that tight because it shows that my ancestors worked hard, my parents worked hard, I'm working hard, and the future generations of my family to work hard to make our family be what it can and will be. The least important, I really don't feel like I can choose. I feel like they are all very, very important, and that all of them make up me and who I am, and to pick one is just it's hard. I've been thinking about it for a while. I believe that culture is such a strong impact in today's societies. Um, you see it in everyday life, and to be a teacher, you need to learn about your children and their background and what their parents do and come from and their culture and how that can impact your child is tremendous. The culture that a parent believes is the way that they will teach their children and the way that they will teach their children's children. And you need to learn that as a teacher because you can get their learning down further and further and have them learn more and more and more as you learn more about their parents. As I did state before, I don't believe that I can pick a least favorite. However, if I were to, I would say race. In my personal opinion, I don't judge people on their race. I hold the belief that my opinion is my opinion and that I do and I do not have to share it. I tend to not share my opinion because there are so many people that are judgmental in the world and that they're really just they want to judge you for being you. And I don't believe in judging people. People can tell me their opinions all they want, but I'm not going to be one to judge you or make fun of you. I will accept you in every way. I believe that race is part of that. You shouldn't judge a child because they are a different colored skin than you or they learn differently. You need to learn from your children and how to teach your children all better. I believe all four of mine work in a tremendous way in the classroom. You have culture, which makes up who your child is and where they come from. Race, which makes up their identity and how they are. Their gender, male or female. You're always going to have friends that are males play with males and females play with females, although you're always going to have some females play with males, and that's totally fine. I don't believe, however, that at this early of an age that I'm working with, that children know what their sexual orientation is. They might say that they like girls or they might say that they like boys, but they don't really truly know what that means deep inside. There are major biases contributed to sexual orientation in today's world. I see it in everyday life, no matter where I go. You do see somebody that's making fun of somebody else for their sexual orientation. I currently have a gay cousin, and I accept her for being her. When she did come out and tell the family, it did break half of them up because they're not there in the world. They want to hold true to their opinion, and they are very old school in a way. I love her for being her. I don't judge her for being her. She's happy, I'm happy, and that's all that really matters. In today's society, I really truly believe that people are getting sick and tired of seeing others being made fun of and being torn down and hurt, they are starting to step up, and it's really making me happy. In my current teaching philosophy, I believe that pedagogy is the art of teaching. It's what a teacher does to teach their students and to help them learn accomplishing tasks in everyday life. A child learns today what they can take to them for the future. There's never a time in my life where I was like, I'm never going to learn this again. I use that in everyday life, and I still use what I've learned in elementary school through high school, in my college and everyday life. My 5 major teaching philosophies are critical thinking, a positive classroom environment, hands-on activities, lifelong learning, and an integrated curriculum. I believe that every child needs to experience and use the critical thinking part of their brain to accomplish new tasks. It makes them think harder and stronger and longer about how this will affect them. You need to have a fun, positive environment for your children because that creates a lifelong learning environment. If you have hands-on activities that integrate into your curriculum, that's also amazing for your children to have. My expectations for this class is to find out more ways in which, as a future educator, I can critically think of myself and how I want to make myself a better teacher. My current expectations for you in this class is to challenge me and help me learn the concept of how social studies, technology, and critical thinking as a future teacher can roundabout way help me as I go further in my career. Thank you.